Crissy O here from Crissy O's Clucky Chronicles, and I'm glad you're here. We got a lot of stuff to do. It's not Easter. I'm not Easter egg hunting. I feel like I'm Easter egg hunting. But if you're gonna come with me, we're gonna talk about eggs. We're gonna collect eggs. We're gonna talk about eggs. We're gonna talk about the process of eggs and all different types of things to deal with eggs. So, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to crack. Pun intended. Alright, so thanks for subscribing and watching. Let's get inside the chicken yard. Let's collect some eggs. In case you didn't know, the incredible edible egg. There used to be a commercial about that way back in the day. I remember seeing it when I was little. As you know, eggs are a good source of protein. There's all different types of chickens and all different types of breeds. They lay all different types of colors, shapes, sizes. There's a lot of things you can do with eggs as far as cooking, enjoying them, hatching them, whatever it is. Tam here, she is a combination of a Astrolop and a Rhode Island Red. She's beautiful. She wants to get down. But she lays me beautiful, dark, brown eggs. And generally her eggs are anywhere from medium to large, depending on her day. And typically, Tam will lay me an egg every day. And it's hard on a hen to lay an egg every day. She does it, and she's happy about it. Let's go collect some eggs, Tam. Let's see what y'all did. Now, you're going to listen to them fuss, so come on. You're going to listen to them fuss, and they're going to flap, and they're going to complain, and they're just going to have all kinds of issues in here. But I want you to look basket to basket and nesting box, just to see what type of eggs that they lay. Now, right in here is where you're going to collect these. Nana Rue's funny. We have green. It's hard to see that, but we've got green. And I'll show them to you in the light. We've got little ones and we've got large ones. Little ones typically means that I've got either a new egg layer or I've got somebody that's cycling out their eggs. Look at these. I hope I don't crack any of them. So we're going to pick these up. We're going to take these two. And we're going to look in here. This is one of their favorite nesting boxes. We have to clean these again and get everything nice and neat. And then we'll count them all up and we'll go into the sunlight out here, see what we got, and we'll talk about it. We got a brown one down here at the bottom. Let me see if I can scoot through here and grab that one. Good Lord. Yep. Got it. Alright. Now, let's come out here and talk about the eggs. Nana Rue, you don't lay eggs. Anyway, most everybody knows about an egg. And it takes chickens quite a bit. What are they doing in there? Hey, y'all stop that. This is a family show.
Oh, no.
Lord have mercy. Sorry about that. It takes a lot out of a chicken to actually lay an egg. That's what they're created to do. That's what they're bred to do. That's what they do. Chickens lay us these beauties. This is a really pretty brown egg. And it's a little bit tan at the top. It's got a lot of specks and a lot of speckles on it. And this type of egg right here is laid by either Tam or Ludi Bell. They have these type. Tam, Ludi Bell, oh, and Leanne. They're my black Astrolops. That's what they lay. So this is what they do. You're gonna get your pretty color eggs like these colors. These come from my Easter eggers, olive eggers, Americanas, and they come in different shades. There's like dark ones. Let me see, here's a dark one here. So there's a dark green, there's light green, there's light blue, there's all different types. I'm getting eat up by bugs out here. And then you have your tan regular ones that are coming from like the Rhode Island Reds and the other mixed breeds of birds that you have. Then you have these first little eggs, teeny tiny little eggs. We like to call these fairy eggs. Some people call them peewee eggs. Some people just call them first eggs. So I've got a new egg layer in the crowd. Now, you can see here in my basket, there's a good collection of these particular eggs, and that's what hens do. Hens lay eggs. Female birds that are in the chicken species, the quail species, and the duck species, this is what they do. They lay eggs. And the colors vary. You can have white eggs, brown eggs, chocolate colored eggs, pink eggs, some lavender colored. Just about every kind of color or shade of egg that you can think of, you can have. Some breeds of chickens, they might lay an egg every day. I have some that do that. Tam and Ludi Bell lay every day. Leanne does too. And then I have other breeds, like my olive eggers, they lay every 2 days. My Americanas lay about every other day. My Rhode Island Reds, they lay about every other day. My Wyandottes lay about every 3rd day. So it depends on the breed. Now I've just got those gray Orpingtons raised up, and they're not old enough yet to have eggies, but when they are, you know, I'll make sure to do an update on that about eggs. There's a lot of things that you can do with eggs. If you don't eat eggs and you just want to hatch chickens, then pretty much the majority of my eggs are going to be very fertile. My hatch rate is generally pretty good when I hatch in the springtime. So I can take one of these eggs, and if I don't have a broody mama to hatch it for me, put it in my little incubators that I have, and in 21 days I get babies. We use our eggs to consume so many ways that you can eat them. Fry them, bake them, boil them, poach them, whatever. Hard-boiled eggs, whatever you want to do. I do like hard-boiled eggs, but I do find that my eggs, the shells are so thick and so tough that it's hard to peel them and they look nice. But eggs, wonderful eggs. Let's go look at some quail eggs and let's see what the quail eggs look like, okay? And we'll compare quail eggs to chicken eggs in size, color, shape, that kind of thing. So let's move on and see who's laying some more eggs. So these are my newest babies, not counting Dale's babies, because I don't have Dale's babies to be able to hold. They won't allow me to hold them because I let Dale raise them. Dale's got a hen or two over there maybe. And these are my beautiful gray, or as some people call them, lavender Orpingtons. At least they're supposed to be. And I have Courtney here. She's going to show off her vent, her egg hole.
Oh no!
So she's not going to like it, but I want to show you guys. So when chickens start having their little eggies, there's a little process in here that they go through with their little egg follicles and that good jazz. And I'll have more about that in detail on the blog on the website at CrissyOshow.com. But when a hen gets ready to start laying an egg, you'll hear them scream. They'll do all this sound and noise. They're preparing to let everybody know, hey, I'm getting ready to lay an egg. And we call that an egg song. And for some of you that know, it's called an egg song. It's just them saying, hey, I'm getting ready to have an egg, or I've already had an egg. So you look back here at the back. All right, Courtney, we got to bear it all to the world, girl. It's going to be all right. I promise. You don't have to get anybody's number. No, not at all. And I promise we won't put your number on the bathroom wall for a good time. What? This is for chicken education.
Wow.
You can be all right. Let's show them, okay? All right. So, she doesn't like that. But anyway, back here in the back, we've got our hen.
Yeah.
And if you can look right back here, you see it right there. The eggs come right out of there. So does the pee-pee, poo-poo, caca, yakas. All that stuff comes out of there, and the egg comes out of the vent hole. See? That wasn't painful at all. You're good, I promise. I'll give you some extra wormies. That's where it comes out at. And if you haven't seen a chicken lay an egg, it's pretty fascinating to see that they can actually create those eggs inside their little bodies, and then they can labor them out for you. And they're packed with goodness. Now the size of the egg, again, it depends on the type of chicken you have, the chicken breed that you have. Some chickens are going to just have you like some little small eggs, little bantam eggs, little things. That's a little teeny tiny egg. That's a really small egg. And then you have, I'm going to try to lay it there so you can see it. Quails lay these little teeny tiny little quail eggs. Mine are white, but you can have them in tan and grays and blacks, different kinds of colors. They all come in different colors. And then a chicken egg. This is a large chicken egg. Actually, it's an extra large chicken egg. So you can kind of see the size here as they roll across the table. You can kind of see the size differences chickens and quails can have. Now, duck eggs are going to be a little bit bigger than this. My ducks aren't laying eggs just yet, but when they do, I'll show them to you, and they're much larger. I don't even know what colors they're going to lay until they have them. We'll see how that goes between the Rouen, the Indian runners, and the white crested. But eggs come in all different shapes, all different colors, and all different sizes. So if you're interested about just different types of eggs and different things, then these are what I have out on my yard. One of the questions that people have asked is like, do you have to have a rooster for eggs? No.
What?
That's not true, Nanaroo. You don't have to have a rooster for eggs.
What?
He's so mad. Anyway, you don't have to have a rooster for eggs, but if you want to have babies, then you have to have a rooster for jiggling. Roosters jiggle the girls. And that's how you get fertilized eggs and babies. So no, you can have a whole yard full of hens and they'll have all the eggs that you could ever hope for and no hatchlings. You need a roo to do that. If you're going to have babies, then you'll need a roo. Preferably a good one like Nanaroo, who's awesomely sweet and wonderful.
Yeah.
And he's a ladies' man, and all the girls love him because he's fabulous. Isn't that right? Did I butter you up enough, Nanaroo?
Yeah.
Roosters do not lay eggs, if you did not know that. Their egg hole, or their vent, is a whole lot different. Hens have the whole egg thing going on. Roos, they just got a rooster hole. That's all. That's all. Thank you for being my model today, Nanaroo, and helping me explain to these people that roosters don't have eggs. But it takes a rooster to have fertilized eggs and babies. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're fabulous. Look how beautiful you are. Like the egg laying cycle of a hen, it's, you know, it's different for every breed and different, you know, for different hens. Typically, they'll start laying eggs around, for my breeds, they start laying eggs around 18 to 22 weeks old, but I have known them to, you know, wait a little longer than do that. And it depends on the season, the breed, and all that stuff. And are you specifically doing it for eggs and laying for eggs? Or are you, what are you doing it for? I mean, are you just letting them hatch their eggs? And the breed that you get is going to make all that difference anyway. How often they're going to lay, what age they have to be before they start laying. My Wyandottes were much older than 18 to 22 weeks. They were about 28 weeks when they started laying. I mean, that's just how they did it. I don't know. The rest of them did a little bit early. Now, my first egg layers were these beautiful ones that I have right here. Ludi Bell and Leanne and then Tam. They started laying early on. About 18, 19 weeks is when they started on their stuff. And she's fussing because we picked up the eggs and took them in our basket. But anyway, now you'll notice as the hen ages, you're going to have an egg production decline. It just gradually declines. It's, you know, goes along with the age of anything, but especially with the age of hens and stuff. Now, usually when my girls, like Ludi Bell and Leanne and them, when they get old, they'll be in egg retirement eventually. They might lay around 5 or 6 years, maybe a little more, and just depends. But I don't expect that, and they do whatever their little body tells them that they can do. Now, if you notice, I have lights and things in here, and we have this barn open because light's a big deal when you're dealing with hens and eggs. So when there's longer days, I notice that I get a few more eggs, and this may not be the truth for your yard. It depends on your yard and your chickens. So the longer days during the summer, I tend to get more eggs. Now, if you give them artificial light, like my artificial light up there, I guess it has something to do with it. Maybe not. You know, it just depends on the chicken and how they are. So natural light, summer, longer days. Winter, shorter days. You're going to get shorter, you know, lifespans of your laying. You're not going to get as many eggs. At least I don't. You can feed them well. You can provide for them and do all those things. But sometimes the winter time, they just, I don't know. Their little bodies and their little selves are just like, yeah, okay, well, I'm done for today. Give me some longer summers and longer days with more natural light and warmth and stuff, and then I'll lay for you some more. Nana, you don't lay eggs. You don't lay eggs. You just don't. But I'm sorry, you don't lay eggs. It is what it is. You don't got an egg hole. You got a rooster hole. Now, there's lots of things to consider if you want an egg layer, if you want eggs, and if you consume eggs or hatch eggs or color eggs or do art with eggs, whatever. There's a lot of things to consider. Unless you breed a chicken, kind of, or color eggshell do you want? And how many eggs do you want them to lay? How many eggs do you want a year? You know, they're only going to lay a certain amount of eggs per year anyway. So do you want one that's going to lay 150 eggs a year, 200 eggs a year, 250 eggs a year, 100 eggs a year? What do you want? What type of breed of chicken? That's basically what it all boils down to. You know, so many things that we can talk about, that we can go over with eggs. You want to crossbreed backyard chicken, stuff like what I got here? Or do you want a purebred chicken? And what's your purpose? What do you want to do with the eggs? And do you like to have different sizes of eggs? I do. I like small eggs, tiny eggs, medium eggs, large eggs, that kind of thing. So, are you going to sell them? What are you going to do? Eggs, eggs, eggs. It's all about eggs. We're cracking all kinds of jokes today. But I heard that, Lynn. Anyway, it's all dependent upon what you want to do. What do you want from your hen? What do you want from your actual eggs? So, there you go. Maybe we had a fun conversation today. I hope we did. I hope you learned a little bit of something about eggs. If you didn't, I tried. So anyway, y'all have a fabulous, clucktastic day. You're all flock stars in my book. And I appreciate all y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I'm going to see if I can go catch some of these girls doing their thing. So, have an egg-tastic